Hi, good day, and welcome to the next modeling episode in Unreal Engine 5. This time we will model these couches here, or sitting opportunities. I think in the first part I will show you the materials I used, and then we will start with the first component. Alright, let's start with the material. So for the material I choose 3 different materials. First one is just the white color I used, nothing special. The second one is an early black material, nothing special as well. I didn't took the blackest material which is available. I took this one here. And the third one is with a texture. So I use the same black material as before, and for the specular I use the texture which is already available with the starter content. So you go to the texture section at the starter content, and then you can choose from different textures which are very good. I used this one here, so you can just drag and drop it here inside. And then I use the node, so-called texture coordination, and I use the scalar parameter, scalar parameter, and I used the multiply, and then I just connected this with this one with A, that with B, and this with the UVs. I set it up here. Yeah, you can set up now one, for example, doesn't matter. The thing is, you can do it to adjust the UVs you want to use later on. So with the value here on the left side, then you can adjust the value you want to see later on. As you can see, if I choose 1, you have this texture here. And for example, I choose 10, then you receive a much smoother texture, just like here. And later on, you can adjust it how you want. We can even see it directly live. So let me bring the window more to the right, and let me zoom a little bit in. So currently the texture is looking like this, and when I use now the parameter instead of 14, I use the 10, then it looks like this. And for example, I use 2, it looks much bigger than. For all couches I use the material. So this is how you can adjust the textures. Let's go back to 14. No, I don't want to save. Alright, so let's start with our first component. We will start as usual, going to the modeling section. We take the box or the cube, and we start with the values 100, multiply with 105, and set up our first part on the ground. Then we go and accept it. Then we go to the modeling section, polygroup edit function. We choose that face. We will choose for the grid snap value 5 and activate the grip, so we can grip it with this value of 5. Push and pull function, and then we go 1, 2 above, and we click and we accept. And we do the same again, polygroup edit function. We take the face, push and pull. Now we make 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we click. and we accept. That's our first part. We can already put the material on it. So we go to Attributes, Edit Materials. For the first material, we will set up oh no, I forgot something. I want to bevel it. I forgot to bevel it, so we cancel. We go back to Model section, Polygroup Edit. Then I want to bevel the edges. I want to bevel all 4 edges. This 4 edges here. So I have 2 opportunities. I can choose all edges, or I can choose the face. I click on the face, I click on bevel, and here I have the opportunity now for bevel distance. I take 2, and now this is new in Unreal Engine 5.4. It's only in this version available. You can even put the subdivisions, so you will get a nice circle or radius instead of only a chamfer. So this is very important. It's only possible with the newest Unreal Engine 5.4 version. And here I use 6, this is fine. And then I clicked on Accept Action. Now we can edit everything. I accept again. We go now to the Attributes. We click on Edit Materials. We take our first material, which will be only black or nearly black. I click on it, I go back, I click on this arrow here. Now I set up everything in black. Now I want to make some triangles or areas white. So I will choose plus for adding another material. I will go back to the content drawer. I will choose my white material, going back to material number 2 or index 1, and I click on the arrow. Now I have the white material here. I will choose it for active material, the white one, and now I can use the size of the brush. I always take the smallest one. It's useful, better than the larger one. And now I activate this area. I want to mark with the second material, which is in that case the white material. So I activate all areas or triangles, and now I go and assign active material and I accept. Now we have the black and white. Now we will put on this face here the texture material. So we go again to the edit materials, and we will add another material, adding an element, taking the element from the materials folder, this one here in my case, and we click on the arrow. I choose it as active material, nearly black texture, and then I do the same again. I mark the area I want to make with the new material, and I choose it already here, and I click on assign active material and I accept. And we finished our first part. Now we go to the second part. So we go on create a box again. Now we want to make the back of the couch. This time we choose 100, still the same. Here we have 30, for example, and I took the height of 60. Then I can put it somewhere here. It doesn't have to be just very good currently. We can move it later on. So we'll just put it here and I will accept it. Then I go to the model and polygroup edit function again. I choose now only this edge here. I look at my grid snap value activated with 5, and then I push it by 2 times 5s back, 1 and 2, and then I accept. I go back to the polygroup edit function. Now I want to make a smoothly bevel inside, so I choose my edges which should get the bevel. So I choose this edge, I holding down the shift button and choosing the rest of the edges. I want to choose this edge here as well, this one, and the edges on the right as well. Looks good. And now I go on bevel, and this time I take 5, and I think I leave these subdivisions at 6. This looks good, yes, and I accept. This looks nice. I accept again. So what we can do now is we can put features on it, just like we see it here. So I have a white, black and white. You can put it wherever you want, or you can make a new texture for sure. I will just show you my way, how I did it. You go back to the polygroup edit function, you go to insert edge loop, and you just put 2 times an edge. For example, one is here and another one is here. And you click on done, and you have now 3 different areas which we can assign a material. So we accept. And now let me take a look which material I use. I use the texture material for everywhere on this component or part, so I will do the same. So I go again on attributes, edit materials, then I choose the nearly black texture material, assign it to the index 1 by clicking on the arrow, and I accept for the moment. I go back again. Now I can add the second material by clicking on the add element. I choose my white material, click on the arrow, I activate the white material, and then we activate the area we want to mark as white, for example those here, and we click on assign active material and we accept. And we have already our first design. As I see, I did it otherwise, so we can do it for sure like in the back. What I used here, I used the black material everywhere, so let's go back like this, and then we go to the edit materials again. We choose now the white material and we put it as add elements, clicking on the arrow, choose it, and then we choose the area we want to mark as white, and then we assign the active material, and then it's white, and then we can accept. This looks not so bad. For sure you can play a little bit more. It's very easy to activate more area with the white material. So let's try something out. For example, we go again on the edit material and let's try to see if this looks nice as well. So I activated, or I choose these 2 areas here, and now I take the white material again and I assign the active material. And I click on accept. This looks not so bad, a little bit even better compared to what I have already. So I like this here too. All right, I would say we will continue with part number 2. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.